Welcome to the next video tutorial, HTML part 5. In this video tutorial, we will be learning about how to customize the Visual Studio Code. In the previous video, we have seen that how to download and install Visual Studio Code. Open Visual Studio Code. So here you can click on this gear icon and it will be showing some options. From the list of options, you need to select the settings option. So here I'll be changing some of the options. So the very first thing what you need to change is the font size. If you start typing in the search box for font, it will be appearing all the font related settings. So scroll down. Here you can see editor font size. In my case, I'll be setting the font size to 26. Is already 26. And the font weight, I'll be keeping it as bold. By default it is normal. I'll be making the change from normal to bold. So that is the first setting. So then we have the font family here. By default it is selected to consolas, and why we are having this courier new and monospace, that is if the consolas family font is not available or is having some issues, the second choice it is courier new, and if that also fails, monospace will be the font. So that is what happens here. So by default it is considering the consolos as the font. So I'm fine with that. I'll be using the consolos for my most of the programming. It is a beautiful font. And now what is the next setting I'm going to change? Here it is autosave. Autosave. By default it will be like this, like autosave off. So I'll be changing it to after delay. We have some options, but I'm going to select after delay. So after some time it will be saving automatically, like 1000 milliseconds. If you want to save it for 2000 milliseconds, so that you can also do it, like you can specify the time. So in my case I'll be giving it as the 1000 milliseconds. So if the system crashes or any for any reason system crashes or power failure happens, in that case it will be very useful that we don't want to lose our working data. So in that case it is very useful. And what is the next settings I'm going to change here? It is um, something like word wrap. Okay, word wrap. Word wrap, by default it is off. So what is the problem here? Observe, I've created one simple text file, that is hi.txt. So here I have some content here. Okay, let's say I have some content here. What happens, you know you need to scroll here. You need to scroll to the right to see the extended content. So that is the problem. Okay, so I need to fit to this window what I'm seeing, whatever the content is there. uh, it doesn't matter how much the content is there within a single line. um, but I wanted to see that in a single frame, single window, right? I don't want to scroll. I don't want to scroll to the side, okay, right side. So in that case it is very convenient to switch on the option word wrap. So settings, type Wordwrap. If you're turning on this, what happens now? So we can just open it in a window. Observe here, we are seeing it in the same window. So usually it is, it is across, like, we need to scroll down, sorry, scroll to the side if we wanted to see this. But while we turned on this word wrap, we can able to see this in the same frame, same window, right? We don't have to scroll to the side. So that is the advantage. So the next thing, what I'm going to change here, it is the tab. Okay, tab size, uh, settings, tab size. So tab size, basically it will be like 4. Okay, that is the default tab spaces, tab size for Visual Studio Code. So I'll just reduce it to 2. Okay, so that is convenient for me. It will save some space, and it will be, readability will be increasing in my case. So for your convenient, you can change the tab size. So the next thing what I'm going to do is changing the terminal font size, integrated terminal font size. So we have here in VS Code inbuilt a terminal. How we can open that? That is by just pressing Control tilde. We are pressing on that. You'll be getting the integrated console, integrated terminal. So by default, it is the PowerShell of Windows. Okay, by default, it is the PowerShell of Windows, and you can change it too, but I'm not going to change that now. So I'll just keep PowerShell as the integrated terminal. So I need to change the font size. Okay, that I'll do now. So how we can change the font size? You can just start to type integrated terminal, integrated terminal font size. So we can type terminal integrated, terminal integrated font. Here it comes. So a lot of options we have. Please make sure that you give the proper keyword to save that time. A terminal and integrated font. So here by default it is 14. So let's change it to something like 26. So now it is bigger. Okay, now it is, I can see it properly according to your requirement. You can change the font size. So that is about the customization, the settings. Now we will come to the extensions. It is very important. So according to your requirement, you can install the extensions. So how we can install the extensions? That is just clicking on this icon. Click on this icon. So here I have a lot of extensions that I have already installed. The very first extension you need to install, that is bracket pair colorizer. So what it does is it basically changes the bracket color, so you don't get confused while working on the very lengthy documents. So it will be changing the color for all the braces and brackets. So it is the readability will be going to increase. The readability will be increasing very much. So that is what the specialty of this bracket pair colorizer. So it is the bracket pair colorizer 2. So we have only bracket pair colorizer, that also you can use, no issues. And the second thing, that is live server. Okay. Do I have the live server here? Yes, I've already installed it. So live server. So it is while you are working on any on some projects, you need to see the result instantly. So for that, this integrated live server, it is very important, or it is very useful. So how we can use that live server? I'll just say, just click on this explorer to get the explorer window. I'm just deleting this file. um, what I'm going to do is to create a new file, click on this icon, new file. So here I'll just say demo.html. Here I'll just develop some basic HTML program. So save it. So now I want to run it in the browser. So usually what you'll do is go to the folder and you'll be double clicking on that file. Then it will be opening in the browser, or right clicking on that file, and I will be choosing to open it within a browser. So here what we will do is, by using the live server, we will just right click on this, and here we have the option to run it in a live server. So it is already running. um, the integrated live server is already up and running. So I'll just open this file in a file server, sorry, live server. Click on this option, right click anywhere on this file, and click on open with live server. So what happens here, it will be it will be opening this file, it will be opening this file in a browser, and we can able to see the output. That is very convenient. So the server, it is started at the port 1500, and you can stop that server by just clicking on this icon. And again, if you want to run this, you can click on the same icon, go live. So what it happens, it will be displaying it in the browser. So that is the use of this live server. And one more usage of this live server, it is automatically it will reload whenever we made the whenever we make the changes to this file. It will automatically reflecting, okay, it will automatically reflecting in the browser. So it is a very useful tool. So what is the next extension we are going to use? That is VS Code icons. VS Code icons. Click on this extensions and search for VS Code icons. So this is the option you need to choose, that VS Code icons. So what it does, it just provides beautiful icons for the files. That what it basically does. So it is readability will be going to increase. So it is useful. I'll install this VS Code icons. All right, it is installed. Now one more extension we are going to install, that is VS Code Faker. VS Code Faker. Um, so it is asking the icon, VS Code icons, or another Visual Studio Code, that is the default current icon. I'll just say whatever we installed recently, VS Code icons. Okay. So now the next extensions that we are going to install, that is VS Code Faker. I'll just say Faker. We are getting this extension VS Code Faker. What it does is we can able to generate the fake data, okay, for name, address, whatever the things, like dummy data. So it will be useful. So I'm installing this. So how we can use this Faker, right? um, Go to the demo.html. So here i I just want to include any of the heading or anything like that. So control shift P, open the command palette, and here I'll just type Faker. So I just want to include a dummy company name. Okay. So what is the company name we are getting? Control shift P, Faker. Yeah, we are getting the company name. Yes, company name. So it is the dummy data company name. Like that, we can also include email address. Control shift P to open the command palette and type Faker. And here I want to include the address. So what is the address? That is, I'll just say city. Click on city. So it is generated some dummy data. Okay. So this is about the extensions that I wanted to recommend for you guys. And according to your requirement, according to your needs, you can install the extensions. So from the next video, we will be dive into start to learn the HTML. So thanks for watching.